What's up, everybody? Hey, can the Cowboys win 3 in a row? We won 2 in a row for the first time. Can we make it 3? Hey, we're going to talk about it because you know that's what we do. It's your boy, Mark Howard, and we talk Cowboys here. Yeah, we got the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, this isn't your regularly known Kansas City Chiefs. These Kansas City Chiefs here are having that down year. That down year which I expect from any team at a professional level that has been in the Super Bowl for 3 years. They've played the most football games. You're going to lose free agents. Guys going to want more money. Salary cap doesn't allow teams to keep everybody like before, like way back in the day. And you're not always going to hit on rookies. Injuries. Players getting older. And it's not as hungry. You're not as hungry as you were. I always tell people, when you're at your most thirstiest and you drink that first glass of water and it's good, it's refreshing. Second glass of water, still good, but not as good as the first because it quenched that thirst. So, in a sense, I'm not saying Kansas City can't play, but their hunger can't be the same because they've been getting filled up. And they've played a lot of games. It's a little wearing on the mind and the spirit, much less the body. But looking at them as we see with Kansas City, I'm going back to the record. They're 6-5. They're currently not. They're kind of listed like we are in the hunt. They're not in the top 8 of the AFC. So they're definitely hungry. Now, we've struggled quite a bit. And we're in the hunt. We're not in that top 8. So we should still be as hungry as well. Still should be growing in confidence. Still should be feeling excited about the fact that there's much more improvement on defense with the added players, Quentin Williams, Logan Wilson, getting back to Marvin Overshawn, getting in our corner draft pick in Siobhan Ravel, and they're all playing it and getting work and contributing. Excuse me, I'm half talk, but they're contributing and they're contributing well. We're waiting on Trevon Diggs to come back, not only just healthy body wise, but here and in the spirit of wanting to be here. I question whether he still wants to be with the Cowboys, and the feeling may be mutual. But can the professionalism win out when he gets back? Because we can use him. We definitely could say we need him. But that's going to be the trippy part of this whole situation, circumstance between us, and how this game will go down on Thanksgiving. Now, what I look at in this matchup is also the statistics with the offense. Kansas City's doing well with their offense. Numbers-wise, Patrick Mahomes and Dak Prescott are very similar. I look at their numbers in this sense, as far as total yards, they're right there with each other. Patrick Mahomes has a little bit more at 2,977. Dak is at 2,941. Not much difference. Completion percentage, Dak is at 69%, while Mahomes is at 64.4%. Both very similar in average per yards, in 7.3, 7.4 for Dak. That's basically 270 yards average per game, and 257 yards per game for Dak Prescott. I mean, other stuff, touchdowns, Dak has 23 touchdown passes to Patrick Mahomes' 18. They both have 7 interceptions. Patrick Mahomes has been sacked more, 24-17. That's a good amount there. QBR rating and quarterback rating overall, Dak has the edge. 74 QBR to 72 for Patrick, 71.9. And QB rating, Mahomes is 102.6 to Dak's 101.4. So their playing wise and their production, their productivity is pretty similar. Now you look at it where I go and say defensively, they're still listed statistically much higher than what our defense has been. They've lost because teams have kind of figured them out a bit. As far as Kansas City, that is. Teams have figured out Kansas City a little bit. And I think the fire isn't there, and they don't have the balance. If you look at overall the offenses, teams, in that sense, rushing wise, we have the better rushing attack. Javonte Williams is doing very, very well. He's got 1,000 yards, and I'm looking here. Where is he? Looking at my stats. That's defense. Yeah, but get it together, Mark. So, rushing wise, Javonte Williams has 896 yards. He's 5th overall in the league. He's approaching 1,000 yards. I mean, Jonathan Taylor and James Cook are cooking. Okay? And Jahmyr Gibbs is doing pretty well, but he's splitting time. Jahmyr Gibbs probably would be up there numbers-wise, closer to Taylor and Clark if he wasn't split numbers, but Detroit has a good offense the way it is. Now, if I look at Kansas City, their best running back, Kareem Hunt, he's got 457 yards. He's 29th. So their rushing attack has been their weaker side of their offense. I can imagine would really help a player like Patrick Mahomes to have play action. Receivers-wise, the receiving core is decent. They haven't been strong. I mean, they got Travis Kelce, who's one of the best, maybe still the best tight end in the league, and he still is number one target. The other receivers for Mahomes, they're okay. I think for them, looking at Xavier Worthy, who's injured, Rashid Rice, who's been injured, they've had to go with Tyquan Thornton a little more and Juju Smith-Schuster as wideouts. I think Worthy and Rashid will be Rashid Rice and Xavier Worthy will be available this Thursday. But again, they're good. They're their top starting receivers, but they're not top flight receivers. I think also with their defense, their pass defense has been pretty good. I think they get a good rush. But the secondary, I like our chance against the secondary. I like our chance against any secondary, okay, with Lamb and Pickens, the way Pickens is playing, along with Jake Ferguson there as well. And even the third-level receivers, Flournoy, who seemed to have taken Jalen Tolbert's spot there. Jalen Tolbert was inactive last Sunday. So it's going to be an interesting matchup. Look at the coaching-wise. Obviously, Andy Reid, who's got a long track record of success. What can you say? It's going to be a challenge with Brian Schottenheimer, but I like what he's doing. Basically, this is going to be an interesting game. This is an interesting game for both teams. Summing it up, we both need this win. We need this dub. We pretty much virtually have the same record. We're a half game behind in a sense to Kansas City being 6-5, and we're 5-1. It's important to us with a tie. The loss column. The loss column really hurts us with that tie. So we can't really afford. We've got two tough games, two challenging games. Kansas City, their record is what their record is. If they're still playing to that record, I like our chance, but we can't count that. We got to know this is a team that's won Super Bowls. We know we're going up who arguably and probably is the best quarterback in football right now. So this is the challenge. With our defenses, they're starting to gel and they're starting to know each other and they're starting to get comfortable with what they're doing and getting a good pass rush up the middle. I like our speed on the edges. I like our speed now in linebacker with overshown spine a little bit. We have a good chance, especially when we don't have to worry so much about the run. It really, when our defense was not at its best right now, if you didn't have a strong running attack, we could get after you. If we can still contain that running attack that Kansas City will try to do, I like our chances against Mahomes. Again, it's all about stopping, turning the ball over, if getting punts, getting the ball back to the offense, getting our offense the ball more times, especially at home. I feel good about it. So we're kind of playing on more of a high going up as Kansas City's kind of lulling low, trying to find themselves. I'm hoping we can continue to keep this before they actually find themselves. Okay. So we'll go a little bit more deeper into the offense and defense. Tomorrow's the day before the game because the game is Thursday. Thanksgiving short week. Then they have a little mini bye. Then they got the Colts. I'm sorry, not the Colts. The Lions, excuse me. They got the Lions. And then after that, they have winnable games. They'll have winnable games. So right now at this point, having 11 games with 6 more games left, we got to run as much of this table as we can to have a chance. I think we can compete in the postseason, but we got to get there now. We're knocking on the door. We got to kick it in. So we'll see, guys. I'm looking forward to it. You guys tell me what you think. Hit subscribe if you're watching for the first time. Hit like. Let me know what you're thinking, what you're talking about. I feel good about this week. So, win, lose, or draw. I feel good about the fact that we're going to put up a fight. We've lost games to teams that we shouldn't have lost to simply because we were just inept on one side of the ball. Right now, we can compete. Our defense is improving. If you look at it statistically, we're not at the bottom anymore. We're not at the bottom. We're probably 27th now. That's not great, but as terrible as we were, that actually feels good to see that we're out of the cellar. With that being the point, I know that we can do things that we've shown against a very good offense, a very talented offensive team, that we can get the ball back, stop a team from scoring, and get the ball back to our offense. And we know very well what our offense is capable of, and our kicking game. So I'm excited, guys. I'm excited. I'm excited to sit down, watch the game, cheer, enjoy some time with the family and some friends, enjoy Thanksgiving, win, lose, or draw. We'll talk about what I really think is going to happen on the next show. You guys take care of yourselves. Peace and God bless. And my name is Mark Howard, and you know what we do. We talk Cowboys here